But that's a point tonight that takes you to second in the Premier League. But could it have been more than that this evening with the chances the team created?
I think so, yeah. I do also think that we need to look at ourselves and reflect to this game, because I think there's loads of room for improvement after tonight. And yeah, like I said, we just need to look at it, reflect, and get better at certain things.
What you're saying there, you're echoing what the manager had said, that there are times where he thinks you can be a much better team. What are those areas that you need to reflect on, do you think?
Well, it's quite early after the game, but I felt like today we couldn't really put a good pressure on them. I felt like they could play out more often than not. So I think that's something we need to look at. And for the rest, I think it's we have to look at the clips first and get the emotion out of it a little bit, and then see what it really is.
Certainly in the first 45, the momentum was all with you. They get the equaliser. Did you sense there was a change of momentum then in their favour?
Yeah, a little bit maybe. Of course, they score another goal, which was offside. I think it was really close as well, offside. So, I think towards the end of the game we got the momentum back. We did well, I think, the last 20, 25, 30 minutes. We got chances, just couldn't get a big chance or a good shot on goal, which is of course hard when a team defends like that. I think they did really well in the last 20 minutes. So, like I said, we have to look at the clips and then see what we have to do better.
You mentioned the goal that they have disallowed. You're very much at the heart of that. It's given because Adam Armstrong makes a play for the ball. Did it affect your view of what was going on? It was a long VAR check, a long wait.
It was a really long check, and to be honest, I don't even know. Like, it happened so quickly there. I think it was really close. And then I think after that moment, we got the momentum back a little bit and we started to press, but unfortunately we couldn't score.
Understand the disappointment of not winning tonight with the chances, but you are second in the Premier League tonight ahead of tomorrow's games. At the beginning of the season, if somebody had told you after this amount of games that's where you'd be, would you have thought that was realistic?
Well, of course you would be happy with it if you would have said that at the beginning of the season. But I think like the season is so long, we need to just take it game by game, try and win our games at home and also away, of course. But a night like tonight, we want to win, of course. So like the season is so long, we have to take it game by game and then try and end as high as we can.
Is there much more to come from this team as a group?
I think so, yeah.
Matt, I was stood near the tunnel entrance. There were a few angry shouts of frustration and things as the players went in. What's the mood in there now that dust has settled?
Yeah, not great. Points dropped, obviously. Had a lot of chances, especially first half, and we just weren't ruthless enough. And, at this level, regardless of the opposition, if you don't put your chances away, you get punished. And we did.
What happened second half? There did seem to be a drop-off.
Yeah. Maybe a lack of intensity, a bit sloppy on the ball, some bad decision making. But yeah, it just wasn't really good enough in terms of the intensity throughout the team. And if you don't work hard enough, then you're never going to win, right? So yeah.
You remain unbeaten here at the Amex in the Premier League this season, but I think it's a fourth draw out of 7.
Yeah, I don't think it's a habit. I think each game is one of the past. It's irrelevant. We don't look at the next game and think about past results. We try and win every single game, and we did try to win today. We just weren't good enough.
Tell us about yourself. I think last time we were here, you came off the bench and scored your first Premier League goal, first Premier League start today. How are things progressing?
Sorry. Yeah, I feel good physically, which is positive. Obviously, I'd like to contribute more, and I think my level can also be higher. But yeah, like you said, it's nice to be back playing regardless, and I feel like I'm getting fitter and fitter every day, which is always a bonus. And yeah, I hope I can contribute more in these next games.
And from a team point of view, a club point of view, it says a lot, doesn't it, that you're all so frustrated and yet you've moved second in the table today?
Yeah, I mean, that's good in that sense, but at the same time, it's points dropped in a game where we should win. We should take our chances. We should be more ruthless in duels all over the pitch. And yeah, in my opinion, we can be 3-0 up in the first half if we're more ruthless. And if that's the case, then you can manage the game a lot better. But we're always kind of chasing it a little bit, and yeah, probably just lacked a little bit of calmness throughout the pitch.
Fabian, first and foremost, your reflections on that 90-plus minutes this evening.
Yeah, I think it was not the best game from us regarding intensity, regarding positional game, regarding how we act in the individual duels, and therefore we only deserve a result like this.
Did you sense, though, in the first half with the chances that you created, this was a game that you could have put to bed there and then?
Yeah, normally we should have finished the game in the first half, but we didn't, and then you got punished.
The momentum certainly was with you in that first half. When you conceded the equaliser, did you sense a change at that moment in the momentum?
Yeah, we had to make some changes, and we tried to get an impact on the game from outside. During the season, the subs helped us a lot. Today, we didn't have that impact, but it can't be always the same in every game. So we have to keep working. We have to keep improving. I said it's a process. It takes time, and we have to keep going and improve for the next game.
It is a process, though, that tonight has taken you to second in the Premier League. So overall, what's your assessment of that process at this moment in time?
Don't focus too much on the results. Focus more on the performance. Try to improve the individual players, and then the results will come.
You said just now that there are areas that you need to improve on. You've identified that tonight. You suggested that before the game as well. Where in particular do you think tonight you could have done better, other than just put the chances away?
Yeah, how we behave against the ball, out of possession, how we press, how intense we are. Are we ruthless enough when we are in a personal duel? Are we consistent? These are all things where we can improve, and these are small details that might bring you the win, and you have to focus on small details if you want to win in the Premier League, and we didn't do it today.
If you get those small details right, I know you've said you don't want to set targets, but you are doing well. What is possible if you get the details right?
I think we shouldn't think about what is possible after tonight. We should see what the reality is, and the reality is that we have a lot of hard work to do, and we have to keep moving on, and that's what we do. No matter if it's a lose, a draw, or win, we try to analyze this and try to get better.
Just finally, football we know is an emotional game. You've picked up that yellow card. It means you have to watch from the stands at the next game. Is that frustrating?
It's not a yellow card, so I received a yellow card, and players can foul an amount of times and don't receive a yellow card, so difficult to explain.